for wheelie bins, eh? Hi folks, I hope you're really well. Welcome to another little video. It is very late in the day and I'm just setting off on the Trans Cambrian Way. It's been quite the trip getting here to the start in Knighton, just on the English-Welsh border, and figuring out whether I can actually use the long stay car park. Turns out I can. But I had to actually phone the council to check. Anyway, we're off, we're underway. We've got 3 days and the weather's not too bad. It's been pretty horrible recently, but I think I've got a little dry spell, certainly for the rest of today and tomorrow. And yeah, let's get into it. Trans Cambrian Way. Whoa. Okay, finally we're on a little bit of a track or a trail. I've done, let me have a look on the little Wahoo, 8.4 miles so far, and my average speed is 5.5 miles an hour. Sorry, 5.4 miles an hour. That is probably the most brutal start to a trip I've ever taken. Just straight up the side of the valley and then just a few miles on this horrible soft and quite boggy at the moment because there's been a lot of rain grass. It's just like cycling through extra thick Axminster carpet. I've either been pushing or I've been in my spinniest gear the whole way, and yeah, 8.4 miles to show for it. Wow, I'm not sure if this is going to be my cup of tea, but we're on to something approximating a track, so hopefully the speed will pick up a little bit and I'll get a few more miles in before I start thinking about a place to camp. Well folks, I've just popped out onto a little minor road and I need to make a decision now as to whether I carry on or whether I bail. And I really don't know what to do, but I do know that I'm not enjoying this ride. The trail is not fun to cycle. Cycling across fields with just sheep shit everywhere, and the ground is quite waterlogged as well, is not fun at all. And I don't know, I'm a little bit long in the tooth now to tolerate an entire trip of cycling that I'm not enjoying, so it might be the very first time ever that I decide not to complete a tour that I've planned. Don't know, I'm going to give myself a few minutes, have something to eat, because you know, it could just be low blood sugar or something, but I'm kind of inclined to get the phone out, and if I've got a signal, see if I can work my way back to the car and just bail on this tour, because it's just not my kind of cycling. And you know, I come out to enjoy my riding, I don't come out to just suffer for the sake of it, which I probably would have done a few years ago. I'd have, you know, said, well, I'm definitely gonna finish the route because I've started it, but that's not really where I'm at with my cycling at the moment. So yeah, I don't know, can I have a little drink, something to eat, and then decide whether or not I'm going to bail off the Trans Cambrian Way. I'm sure it's lovely for some people, but I am not enjoying this whatsoever. It's just not my kind of cycling, not my cup of tea. So alright, check in when I've made my mind up. Okay, so I took the decision to bail, and I've worked a route out back down to Knighton on these little minor roads, and I'm already feeling 1000% better. It's the right call. Just wasn't enjoying the route. I also had a bit of an issue with getting back, because I was looking at the trains and all the bike places were booked up, so I was going to have to chance it. And I kind of thought before I set off, well, it doesn't really matter, because if I can't get a train and can't get my bike on the train to get back, I'll just kind of cycle back, it'll be fine. But judging by just how slow going it's been today, the amount of time I have available, that's just not been possible. So I think I made the right call, just in terms of, you know, my own enjoyment of the route, logistics, and just, I don't want to spend 2 days, you know, and waste 2 days of leave really, not enjoying a bike ride. I've got plenty of other stuff I can be doing, so yeah, I'll chalk this one down to experience. I'm actually really enjoying just moving just on a road, and as soon as I set off on the road, just pints and pints of crap and mud and sheep shit just flew off my tyres, probably all over my face, I can't tell. And it's just nice to be off those boggy fields. I was really looking forward to the second part of the route, you know, like the Elan Valley and all the reservoirs and stuff, but you know, they're not going anywhere, and I'm sure at some point I'll come back and do those. But for now, yeah, I'm just making my way, following my little bike computer. Left, right, straight on, and before too long, hopefully, I'll be back at the car. What an interesting trip this has been. forget how stunning Wales is on a summer evening. Whoa. Well folks, I think it's a fair old descent down into night now, about 3 miles left of the ride, so I definitely need both hands for that, so I'm going to end the video here. Bit of a strange one. I always thought that if I was ever going to bail on a ride, it would be because I got a call from home and I knew I was needed back for some reason, or I had some kind of mechanical that I couldn't fix on the bike. It never really occurred to me before that I would bail a ride because I just wasn't enjoying it. I didn't like the terrain and the conditions weren't right. On paper this looked perfect for a long weekend. 2 days, maybe 3 with the contingency, and even though the weather's been pretty bad recently, today and tomorrow's actually not been too bad. I mean, you can see this evening's stunning. That's partly why I'm just lingering on the tops before I bum down into the town. So, but maybe if the conditions had been a bit better, the ground wasn't quite so soggy, and those first 10 miles just weren't so crappy and tough going. Maybe if I'd have sorted out my train ticket back from Dovey Junction and got my bike booked onto the train, maybe if I'd have set off earlier in the day, I might have been inclined to push on a little bit and the terrain might have changed. It'd be interesting if any of you have done the Trans Cambrian Way. Let me know if after kind of 15 miles or so things do get better and you get out of the kind of sheep crap and waterlogged fields. But yeah, I think I'll chalk it up to experience. It's still been quite interesting to come and try it. You never know until you come and try these trips whether they're right for you and your sort of preferred types of riding, etc. Still been a nice day out. I've done actually quite a big ride with a lot of elevation on a fully loaded bike, so it's been quite a nice little training ride if nothing else. And if you have watched this video expecting the whole Trans Cambrian Way, I do apologise, and I will put something in the title like failed or not completed, just some, hopefully I'm not duping anyone, duping, what do you call it, into inadvertently watching the video. But yeah, hopefully I'll still make a little video out of this. I think it's important to show the failures as well as the successes. It's not all rainbows and unicorns, as I am prone to say from time to time. But I think I've managed to salvage this ride and just get out of, or get off a plan that I wasn't enjoying and get back onto a ride that I've really enjoyed. The last 10 miles have been absolutely beautiful. I've really enjoyed them, and it's a stunning evening to be out in Wales. So yeah, as ever, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you've watched to the end, please consider liking and subscribing. Chances are you're not a subscriber, according to what YouTube tells me, and it'd be great to kind of have you follow along and have you part of this fledgling little community that we're starting to put together. Please stay safe, take care, and happy cycling. Bye.